We are back with the Lighthouse podcast alongside my co-host Alex Camargo. Today we're going to be talking about why we made the move to eXp. Stay tuned for what we have coming for you today, especially if you're looking to get into this industry or if you're an agent looking to switch brokerages. We're going to tell you why we chose to join eXp. It's been a year and a half of this journey, the positives, the negatives. We have everything coming towards you today. Stay tuned for this episode with the Lighthouse podcast. Later, and we've decided to put this podcast in today just to talk about eXp, our brokerage, right? The positives, the negatives, right? Anything in life you said that's the only positive, I think you're setting yourself up for failure. And it's been quite a journey for us since we joined this company. How has it been for you in particular?
It's been good. This year and a half were probably the busiest year and a half in our careers, in many agents' careers, not only because of switching to eXp, but in general because of COVID, right? We've been selling a lot. We've been helping a lot of buyers, and we've put offers and didn't get anything accepted. So it's been a struggle. So it's a turbulent year, good year financially, but of course it's been a year of a lot of heartbreaks for our clients. But the company itself has given us the structure not to break apart, right? So it's what I love the most about a company is it's a progressive company. It's a company that is being a cloud-based company, right? They don't have any offices in the country, right? They only have their headquarters, and any eXp office that you may see is because of a team leader. Same way with our office, we're team leaders. We decided to open an office just so we can have a space to work with our agents.
Right.
So because the company is a cloud-based company, they're always at the forefront of technology. They're always trying to improve on that end of things. Like they don't have to spend their resources on rentals. So now they save their resources in cash and all of that to spend on technology, which benefits us all. I mean, technology evolves so fast that let's say if you're coming into this business now and for some reason, or if you've been in this business for some reason, you decided to step out for 5 years and come right back, there's so much to be learned because it evolved so much faster in those 5 years. So our company stays at the top of that. Very technology-driven, cloud-based. There's people working around the clock just to make sure that we get the full support. And I really like the company because of that. Because I know that even if I'm not our company, even if I choose not to learn anything new within the next 3 or 6 months because I'm so busy with my clients, I know that our company is learning the best out there, and then they can pass it on to us. Yeah. So it's been very good. It's been surprisingly good because technology is out there, and all these companies can join in and improve their own systems and all that. But it's been surprisingly good to see how much our company has done well with what's out there.
Yeah, I think the same thing personally. I believe that we were the first company in the metaverse even before the metaverse was talked about.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because the whole thing of the metaverse came after, and we were already creating avatars to go in. They created this whole entire world within the company just so, and it helps us out so much because there's always somebody available.
Early adopters, that's what they are. That's what
early
we are.
adopters, yeah. Innovators, right? Yeah. Innovation is something that will always do well, and this company is they strive on that. Even like this, I believe they have a saying they're obsessed with agent success, right? Yeah. So, and one of the things that I love about the company also is that not only they invest a lot of money in technology to keep innovating, to to coming out with new product, coming out with new ways of make things easier for the agent and, at the end of the day for our clients. But they also invest a lot in us. Yeah. This is going into what we're looking to the most at the end of the day, which is the money, right?
Some money, yeah.
Gary McGuire, show me the money. Just right from the get-go, a higher split, right? 80-20 split. That's just, how long does it take for somebody in another brokerage to get up to a split level?
Took me quite
like
a few years.
Quite a few years, right?
Yeah.
Just because, and a lot of times, it's not us talking trash about other brokerages. Absolutely not. But they have bills to pay. They have all these buildings. They have rentals. They have debt. And one of the reasons why they can give us that is because it's a company with no debt, right? There's no all these leases. You always make this comment about imagine what an office in the middle of Boston would go for year round for a Coldwell Banker or any other
Keller Williams,
Williams, yeah. So not only the technology, but now here we're willing to give you
a place to work,
and most of the money up front, right? So I think that's huge right there. What's your opinion? Yeah.
And the beauty of this cloud-based system is the company has no debt, right? So the company has a couple $100 million in their register, but they don't operate from a debt position. They're always on the green, which that'll also help them or help us survive, or as a company survive any market. It's if we, which I don't believe we are, but let's say the market tanked 40%. Okay, no problem. You really can't go out of business. You may have to lay off a few people and all of that, but right. the numbers, the operational part of the company is already there, so there's no debt to work from. It's just it's you're always in the green. So it's work, make some money. Here's whatever $50 million that we can employ towards a new project that can improve the day-to-day of our agents. Get there and do it.
Right.
They don't have to take a loan to go do those projects, which is really good.
Yeah.
So I think for the possible agents who are watching this video, since we didn't give a full description of the company, so I think we should do it. eXp, it's an 80-20 split right off the bat. Everybody gets that, no matter if it's your first transaction or if you're doing 100 transactions a year. Everybody gets an 80-20 split, which is great. It's a great place to start. It's a great place to be in, even when you're seasoned. But of course, when you're seasoned, there's an opportunity for you to actually recoup some of the money that they made on you off of their 20%. So 80-20 split, there's a $16,000 cap on the 20% that you make, right?
Yeah.
So you're a good example of this, and we'll talk about what an icon agent is in a little bit. But you start with the company. This is your anniversary date. You have an 80-20 split. You move in a lot of transactions. They make $16,000 on you. Now you go 100%, virtually 100% commission free until your next anniversary date. But if you sell enough, this is for the goods, for the agents who sell enough, right? So who sell a ton of transactions. Once you cap, if you reach 20 full transactions past that capping stage, you can actually get, if you're willing to do a couple of things for the company, train a few agents, you can actually get those $16,000 back. So virtually, if you're selling, I want to say 30, 40 properties a year, you can work at almost an 100%.
100% commission.
Virtually.
Year round.
Yeah, there's a few small fees involved in every transaction.
Yeah.
But if you sell enough with this company, you can work, never mind the 80-20, that's a thing of the past. You can virtually work at a 100% commission split. I mean, granted, you'd have to put some money out of pocket if you wanted to work out of an office, but I know quite a few agents, our friends are, even some of the agents in our own team who work well from home.
Right. Yeah.
So you can choose When we talk to people about eXp, and we talk to a lot of people about eXp, we have two things, right? We have eXp as a company. We tell you about eXp and all the reasons why you should join, and we'll talk about the bad as well. But we'll give you all the good. And then we also have a team, right? So when we talk to people about eXp, they're always under the impression that they would have to join our team in order to join eXp. But really, no.
That's not the case.
Yeah.
No.
So we'll talk about the company with you. We'll also talk about Wolfpack in the near future, who is the organization that we joined under. But we'll talk to you about the company and say, look, you have two options here. You can join our team, especially if you're a new agent or if you're a seasoned agent just looking for a nice place to work out of. We have our office in Danbury, and you can work out of there. We can talk about that. But if you're a seasoned agent and you have a team, or you just you're a good solo agent and you want to work from home, here's 80-20 right off the bat. Sell enough, you can actually do 100% financing throughout the year, which is like some great perks.
Yeah. No, 100%. Like, that's unheard of. $16,000 cap, unheard of.
Yeah.
That's why, like, when we talk about this, if an agent, and we were going through this, we were getting our broker's license and really thinking about open up shop, right? And when we came across the eXp model, we're like, this is a no-brainer for us because of everything that they do. And it almost like it got to a point where it's like, how does these people make money? Yeah. Because of how much they give and they invest in their agents. And it reminds me a lot of, like, for example, Nike. They invest so much in their athletes. That's why they are who they are. You know what I mean? And another thing that, another thing that comes to mind is, I remember Jeff Bezos a while back when everything was tanking and the price of the market was going down, right? And he's like, I was not worried about it because everything that was going on within the company was so different from what the price of the market was, of per share.
Recession proof.
Exactly. And it was the same thing. It's the same thing. I feel like it's the same thing going with the eXp right now because like everything else, the price per share came down. But every month, actually, you see like a few thousand agents joining in the company, and they're just opened up in the new country or whatever the case may be. The company is growing rapidly, and it does not show of what it is right now on a market standpoint. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So right now we're at about 80-something thousand agents, but they have
86,000.
So super aggressive goal of growing to 500,000 agents in so far 24 countries in 5 years. And I'm sure that by 5 years we'll be in 50 countries. But to grow this to 500,000 agents, that's a jump. That's aggressive.
Yeah.
But the growth happens so. It's so easy for the company to grow. Like, it's not like they have managers or RVPs just reaching out to agents and recruiting agents like we do the recruiting, right? We share the idea with somebody else, and they like it, they want to hear more, and then we just we'll go through the process. We'll tell them everything they want to know, and from that point on, they can make a decision to join the company or no. But in the Northeast, we're still small compared to the South. I mean, this heat wave is coming from the South up. Because you go to Florida, there's 5,000 eXp agents in Florida alone. Of course, much bigger state, a ton of people and millions of people living there. But it's coming, like Texas also has like 7,000 eXp agents, and it's coming up little by little. So I expect to see more eXp signs out there, especially in our neighborhood with our team being 20, 22 agents now. But expect to see more eXp listing real estate signs on more properties because it's coming.
It's coming. Yeah. They invest so much in the agents and the way that they do business that it's inevitable that it's one of the companies that are gonna take over. Yeah. Just like Apple took over with phones. I know you don't like to hear that because you have the other. What do you have?
Samsung made screens for Apple phones for a long time, so it's okay. They grew on the back of giants.
So
Daniel doesn't like the Samsung jokes either.
Yeah. All right. So agent success, right? So they invest in us a lot with higher splits. They invest in us with whatever is new.
Tax support.
Whatever the internet is offering, they're right up their alley. It's right up their alley. But I also want you to talk about rev share.
Sure.
It's another thing that is huge for agents, which is, so basically when we're talking about eXp, we're talking about a company that gives us different revenues, different streams of income, right? Not unlike a lot of these other brokerages. Some of them do as well, but this one has different ones. Like, just a quick note on, taking 5% of every transaction that you do to buy shares of the company at a 10% discount.
Yeah.
It's an amazing, especially in a young company. I believe it's like 12, 13 years. Imagine what it's going to be in 10, 20 years from now, right?
Yeah.
And also rev share, which is one of the things that a lot of agents are driven to the company because of that. Yeah. So can you elaborate on rev share a little bit for us?
Many different ways of making money with the company, right? So you can go out and sell real estate, and which is all that we're here for, right? So go out, sell real estate, make money that way. With every transaction that comes from real estate, as you mentioned, you can elect to take 50 or 5% of that transaction and buy company stocks at 10%. So you cover that. The way some agents make money here is they mentor other agents. They get a small fee from those transactions. A lot of agents have this teacher heart in them, and they like to teach. So they can mentor other agents, and basically through phone calls, Zoom calls, emails, and then they make a small portion of that transaction. And then rev share is probably the bigger one in all of this. And I love rev share because in real estate, there's no exit strategy, right? You work. You've been a great agent for 20 years. The moment you'd say, you know what, I'm going to take a month-long vacation with my family and we're going to go to Tahiti and there's no cell phone service there, by the time you come back, you have no more business.
Right.
Same thing, you work 20, 30 years in this industry and you say, I'm going to retire. You best believe that if you didn't buy investment properties or if you didn't invest your money somewhere else, there's no retirement plan that comes with this. So rev share, where it comes in, is you bring a few people into the company, however many people you recommend the company to, and you make a portion of what they make, not from their side, but from the company side. It's a multi-level marketing, right? Just my gripe with multi-level marketing companies is most multi-level marketing companies don't actually sell a product. They're only interested in bringing people in. So it becomes almost a pyramid at that point.
Pyramid, yeah.
Yeah, you're bringing people in, you make some money on when they come in, and then your goal is to bring more people in. Here, no, you actually have to sell real estate, which you're already selling anyway, so it's not like you're worried about it. So there's some minimum goals that you have to meet. But you bring some people into the company, and you make initially 3.5% of what they make, right? So you bring 10 agents into the company, those are great numbers. You bring 20 agents into the company, those are great numbers. This leads to our organization. Outside of our Lighthouse team in Danbury, we're a part of a much bigger organization, which is the Wolfpack, right? So 2,000 agents in this organization, right? So we have Mike Sherrard. We'll put his link. You can watch some of his videos if you haven't seen his videos yet. Put that in the description. We joined under Mike. We reached out to Mike, and we actually reached out to the company before we joined the eXp, and we talked to the company, and we could have joined the company directly, but we felt like we weren't getting much value for joining the company directly. And then we found Mark Sherrard on YouTube, and Mike gives so much value to us, right?
Exactly.
On a weekly basis, videos, training guides. There's a library of over 100 how-to videos. You want to record, you want to do a Facebook ad, there's a video there for that. You want to do an Instagram ad, there's a video there for that. You want to try to find out which platform is best for your clientele and age group, just jump on that.
Yeah.
Right? So, and above Mike, we have Connor. So this is 2,000 agents that we're talking about here. So these two guys are constantly, and they bring in people from the company all the time. They bring in people from the outside all the time, and we can get on these weekly calls and masterminds, and we can collect from each other. We can collect data enough to know how to better serve our clients, which is what this is all about. So there's a big incentive that the company will give us in bringing other agents in and sharing the company with other agents. I feel like this is the same experience that, we're in church. We have to share the gospel. So every now and then we have to share eXp with other agents and just give them, and we're always honest with them. We'll give them all of the good. We also give them all of the hurdles that we had to jump through in the beginning.
Exactly.
Which, you and I could go on for a few hours on what bothered us in the beginning. And a lot of it is not because what they were asking us to do was hard or out of line or any of that. It was just because they're a new company and they have to be super black and white about what they do, because they don't want to attract the wrong attention from the state or from the federal government. So a lot of the hurdles that we jumped through in the beginning were just because we came from other companies that were more lenient on how a transaction had to be uploaded.
Right.
And then a lot of the hurdles with the eXp were, you got to upload everything within 48 hours, which is the right thing to do. They don't have offices. Like they must know about what we're doing out here. And the only way they can track it is by obligating us to upload stuff on a timely manner.
Yeah.
In the beginning, it was hard. It was a headache. It was, those were some hurdles that we had to jump through. But now I fully understand and fully accept it.
Right.
So now I'm just, running around, got a transaction, let me upload these documents so I don't get in trouble. And it's not like I'm going to get in trouble, but, it's an extra email that somebody will have to send to me and say, hey, Alex, we're missing paperwork here. So it's really my job to upload stuff on time.
So the hurdles and maybe so-called negatives or whatever the case may be are actually making us more disciplined with what we do.
It's a learning curve.
It's a learning curve. Being an agent is there's a lot of responsibility into carrying a real estate transaction, hundreds of thousands of dollars at stake, every transaction, and basically you are the bridge for everything that goes on. You communicate with everyone. You communicate with the lawyer. You communicate with mortgage agent. You communicate with the sellers. You communicate with the buyers, and
you're the glue.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't ever see a lot of people sometimes they talk about. I think real estate agents at one point will probably just be like a transactional agent, or with the internet, a lot of times they're trying to take jobs away from people and everything like that. But I don't ever see taking away a realtor's job.
Yeah. Oh, unless they can make a robot that can come and help you show this home and point out some of the point out this little mold in the basement, or point out some water seeping through the
well, I think that if we were going to take time and talk about eXp, we could have been here for another hour or so, because there's so much more to it. But we're definitely going to be making some more videos about this. It would be unfair to other agents, like you said, sharing the gospel is like sharing the eXp, if we don't put these videos out there. Something that's been helping us tremendously, that impacted our lives, that basically changed our lives since we became part of this organization. So if you'd like to know more about eXp, if you're an agent or you're looking to be an agent, you want to get some more information regarding this great company that we've decided to join, reach out to us. We're going to leave the link below here. You can either contact me or Alex, and we'll see you guys next time with some great content from the Lighthouse Podcast Studio. As always, don't forget to like, to subscribe, and to share this channel with someone, and we'll see you next time.